Hey everyone, we're streaming some arena here. This will be my second game of the day. But first stream, I did not stream my tournament game for this 2-key tournament. Okay, what do we got? We've got 3 strong players and a round 6 towns game with 2 big buildings rounds early. Okay. We're picking into the 3rd seat, so we're going to take a look at what the color wheel is before we decide on anything. I do like witches for this type of setup. We got goats in seat 1. That, you don't love to see that. The the fireworkers in round 1 is quite good for goats because they start with fire 2, which is like almost an incredibly dumb decision on the designer's parts, but so be it. Ice bar, picking into seat 2. Who likes to open stronghold? Who has a good economic stronghold and likes to open with it? Like alchemists could work. Kind of a coin-rich game, but that's fine. No real issue with that. Pretty decent scoring track if you can get workers early. I always like halflings. They could probably do something here. I just look at this round 1 and round 2 big buildings, and I wonder, like, I guess darklings like that, and yeah, green likes that. Maybe nomads could work it. I don't love round 1 stronghold for nomads, but they could probably work one. I love djinni. I wonder if djinni could squeeze out a round 1 something here. Like a round 2 stronghold for djinni. Is that possible? Man, I kind of want to try that out, even if it seems ridiculous. Maybe it's a little too ridiculous. Round 2 stronghold for djinni. Probably a little too ridiculous, right? But they can afford to just build so tall. If they can even build a single dwelling, if they got like a single spade in round 1, they're going to get the priest. They go priest to fire, start with 2 steps on fire, temple for fire 1, get 3 extra workers, and build the dwelling down. That's enough stuff to last you until the next round. Especially given that black is in the game. We might as well just put a yellow faction in. Oops. Atlanteans. I think this is actually one of the better Atlanteans games. This is one of the better setups for Atlanteans that I've seen. Like, the color wheel is good, and they're picked into the 4th seat with the big building tile in the game. So if they do like a typical 2-key town start, they could do quite well with a typical two-key town start, because they'll get the extra worker, and they'll get another worker in this round. Kind of like that. A lot of people say that you should be starting with a ship town as Atlanteans. I can definitely understand that perspective. I think that the color wheel tells us that we should be picking goats here. Try to open double temple, and then sanctuary in round 2. Like, the leech should go our way. Now, I guess Atlanteans don't provide a lot of leech, but cultists should be giving us leech. We might struggle to build our town late. Like, we often tend to try to build our town early as goats, but we could probably squeeze out 2 towns at the end of the game. And these dwellings rounds are pretty good. Dwellings and TPs tend to not be great structures for goats, so let's just put them down a bit. They have a friendly color wheel, so it's all good news. Goats should start with I would probably start with this pastile as goats. And then open fire to earth 1. So the thinking behind that is that we get an extra step on fire. We open fire 1, and then that gets us like 2 workers right off the cult to begin with. I'm kind of assuming that cultists take the worker power. If we get worker power, that's fine too. Cultists should be pretty dominant on the cults. They should be getting like 20 to 24 cult points like fairly easily here. Question is, can they get the town space? Can they explode an economy? I think that cultists kind of want double temple as well. Now that I look at it, right? They should be able to abuse the round 1 and round 2 cult rewards. Yeah, like opening double temple, fire 1, earth 1 also seems nice for cultists. Maybe, yeah, fire 1, earth 1 seems reasonable. And then you try to get like this town here in the west. The lack of spades on the cults is a little sad for cultists, but not a huge deal. The location of the second dwelling for djinni, like the second starting dwelling, is not clear. A lot of the time we like to start D3, but it's not as clear in this case that that'll be that good, because Atlanteans, if they start on D2, they're not giving you any leech, you're just giving them leech. Like maybe you place here and then try to encourage Atlanteans to build next to you, but the neighbor situation here won't be great. I guess like the upshot of it is that like you actually want to be upgrading F3. But yeah, Atlanteans are such like a hostile faction to yellow. They can provide a neighbor, but like not much else. The other thing is that Atlanteans could just start with like a power town, guarantee themselves, that guarantees them the double spade. No one else can really guarantee a double spade here. I kind of like that. Cultists just can't be that bad. They can even start double east if they want. Like, goats have a lot of reason to take your leech. Of course, if you do start double east, that makes things a little too good for djinni. So probably you want to start, you probably want to split start. Like a center. This center spot is probably like the best leech spot in the game. You might be able to ship over here late in the game. Maybe. What pastile would we try to start with as cultists? So I guess like we talked about double templing for cultists, but maybe we try to just temple fire 1 and then we temple for the second favor in this round. That might be a little better. I'm just not that impressed with these cult rewards for cultists. No spades is a bummer, and also no earth coins. So, like, this reward doesn't really help cultists in particular, and then these two rewards are no good. So, really, you're just getting a couple of extra dwellings early, or a couple extra workers early, and then you struggle because djinni are in the game. And djinni, like, they might not kill you, but they will make your life a little more difficult if they are at all interested in shipping. I feel like Air 2 might be pretty good this game. There's no spades on the cults, and there's no spade pass tile, so it's kind of a spade-tight game. That suggests that the goats are quite good because they always advance their digging. So by this point, like, they'll probably have taken the 2 priest towns, advanced some digging, advanced shipping to like 1 maybe. Atlanteans, the more I look at it, the more I think Atlanteans should probably just start D5. I feel like if you're Atlanteans, you really don't want to risk getting leech starved, and I think that Goat's best option is to double temple. So in that sense, I think that Atlanteans are going to get good leech, and that makes them a much better faction, and they're starting with a big building tile. The question is, do you get beat to B3? You might get beat to B3 in this matchup, because cultists could ship up here. They could definitely, like, djinni could ship up to B2 and cut you off here. So then you only have, like, space here, and then, like, 1 town over here. And then maybe you can get down into the east, but I kind of lean against that being easy to do. I think it's absolutely correct that djinni are the 40. They're really going to struggle here. If it were mermaids, I would be strongly considering hopping a djinni by this point, but it's not mermaids, so. Alright, this might be my last bit on goats. Before I take a look at some of these other factions. So, to recap, our plan for goats is we take this cult bump tile, or I guess worker power if it's there. We buy the priest first action, and then we temple for earth 1, and then we temple for fire 1. I think that's the play. Or maybe we temple for air 2. Would we temple for air 2 instead? I don't know. This is probably a little too much to pay versus cultists. Goats do sometimes struggle a little bit for points. They can make a lot of points, but... Alright, so for cultists, we really are counting on our shipping to get us to extra towns. And I guess we try to use this VP tile. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing bidding on Atlanteans here. They're not like a serious faction for me. So the plan for djinni would be to try to find town space desperately. Try desperately to find town space. The problem with the other problem with djinni is that, like, similar to cultists, like, these cult rewards aren't actually that good for us late in the game. It's kind of front-loaded. I think that my discussion of building the stronghold early is probably a little too much of a meme. I don't think it's, like, that good. I wanted to get to the point where bidding on djinni makes sense, but I'm probably just, like, wishful thinking at this point. And also, another thought that occurs to me is that goats might interfere with, like, this town up here. There's a lot of issues that could come from our lack of spades. and d4 doesn't get a neighbor right away. It probably just has to be d2, and that makes Atlanteans even worse. d2, you probably get like a pretty clean town up here. It costs you some digs, but god, I don't like d2 either. Atlanteans start with a step on fire, right? So what we could do as Atlanteans is we could start by taking the big building tile and then either power dig or hard dig onto C1, build a temple here with the ship town, and then in round 2 we grab the we advance our shipping to 2 and then build E4 H2 A4. I think that there's a game there that could happen. But god, they are so fragile. They're just so fragile. Some people start A4 and then ship down to C1, D2. Like, that's something that could happen as well. There's no starting anywhere clever as djinni because you can't beat cultists anywhere. Like, you can't like start A5 trickily because then cultists can just start B2 and kill you. F3 probably has to happen. Even if cultists don't place on E6 first, they can always, like, then they open up E6 and it becomes yours, so. I feel like a fair amount of factions want that one spade. A lot of factions would really like one spade this game. Like, to open the game. I'm just remembering, and yeah, like the principle behind A4, I think, is that you ship down to C1, get D2, and then you can build the town here like normal without having to worry about accidentally towning too early, or like without having to worry about like building your structures in such a way that they form a town when you don't actually want to. But if you start up here and you take a ship town, then you need a power tile in order to get you the power to come down here, which is also unfortunate. Okay, we are playing with 12 starting victory points. We're down a deficit of 30 points. We're about to see if our claim that it doesn't really matter, round 1 doesn't really matter that much, that these cult rewards don't help us that much, is actually true. I have a feeling that I'm going to be humbled pretty badly, but we'll find out. I really don't particularly like this set of factions. Cultists probably will start with this cult step tile, so I'm probably going to get like... Do I take worker power or do I take 6 coins? Yeah, Atlanteans do start up here. And they do take the ship town, but now how are they going to get their spade? Are they just going to hard dig down to C1? Hard digging isn't the... Wow, they take worker power. Wow. That's crazy. And cultists got the big building tile? God, man. This fucking game, man. I mean, cultists should definitely take the worker power, the 2 workers, and yeah, just build the big building. Or rather, double temple. Alright, so we do need to take Earth 1. So we'll start with that. We're going to build the TP over here, or the temple over here in the east. And should we just do a quick gut check? Are we double templing? Or are we trying to take... Yeah, this sort of cooperation between djinni and Atlanteans I did not foresee. I think djinni are going to run away with this game now. God damn it. Like, djinni getting this double spade I somehow didn't foresee. I thought... Because I did think that cultists were going to get worker power. Yeah, wow. This is pretty incredible. God, I put the faction in myself too. Really should have just seen this coming. I mean, mind you, it is like the right move for Atlanteans, but it was a gamble. Lately, I feel like none of my gambles really pay off. Cultists fucking hard dig E5? What the fuck? I assume that this means that they're going to come after D4, which is quite annoying. Djinni, I assume, are going to... They should just be able to upgrade here. They don't need a... They don't need to double dig yet. Yeah, I can only give them 2 power. Which is annoying. This kind of tempts me to not take Earth 1. And just take... Yeah, I'm fairly tempted actually to just take Fire 1, Air 2, and then Sanctuary for Earth 1 next round. I guess cultists now will get double dig to open the next round. Is it possible that I could get Fire 1 blocked here? Shit. I think I might get Fire 1 blocked. Oh man, that would be a disaster. Yeah, I guess I just take Air 2 in that case. Okay, no. Djinni secure double dig. Fine. I'm going to take Fire 1 then. That's like a small relief for us. Atlanteans should be taking Fire 1, I think. Cultists have a choice whether they want E4 or D4 if they're going to pass and double dig. And I really hope that they choose D4, E4. Because if they, yeah, I just have to hope, right? Like, I guess if they take D4, I lose 2 grays, but my town was probably going to be F4, E8 anyway. Wow, Atlanteans take Earth 1. I guess they think that they're going to pass onto the cultist pass tile, so they don't need to take... Wow, that's pretty wild too. Okay, whatever. All right. Are djinni going to just Sanctuary? I probably shouldn't trust djinni not to Sanctuary Earth 1. So I probably just gotta... Oh, you know what? I'll just take Earth 1 this round, and I'll Sanctuary Air 2 next round. That should be completely fine. I should have enough economy to do that. This has me a little less scared of Atlanteans. They're hurting their economy a little bit. And, like, cultiness is also good for Atlanteans. Like, this, they really hurt their... Let's not do that just yet. Let's put our bump on fire, because we do want that. Man, djinni getting Fire 1 blocked would have actually been really bad for them. Atlanteans, I think, made a horrible move for themselves to do this. I think djinni are absolutely rolling now. Yeah, we're just gonna secure our copy of Earth 1, I think. I think we do want Air 2, but that can happen next round. Earth 1 round 1 is always bad. Well, throw the book at me then, because I am taking it. I'm not convinced that Earth 1 round 1 is always bad. Not if you take 2, yeah. Yeah, I figured you were kind of kidding, but... Alright, so what do we need here? We need 1 spade. And I think we should be able to get 1 spade. I don't think Atlanteans are going to spade here. They're... Let's see. Are we going to get a spade here? It would be a real pain in the ass if we didn't get a spade here. Like, ideally this round, we want to build our sanctuary and a dwelling. And we can do that if we get a spade action. But I'm not convinced we're going to get a spade action, and that is problematic. If we get spade blocked, maybe we just send this priest to air and then sanctuary. I think that could work. Anyway, I think that there are exceptions to Earth 1 being the worst one to take in round 1. Like, I'm pretty sure that you're fine taking Earth 1 in round 1. For example, if you are playing... sorry, yeah. For example, Earth 1 in round 1 is not bad. If you're... Yeah, cultists decide to go after me. Like, this is a real bummer because djinni and Atlanteans have by far a better game than I do right now. Now, E4 doesn't hurt Atlanteans that much, but this does hurt me, like, quite a bit, because I lose these natural grays. I guess, like, they ship up here faster, so... whatever. I do get the single spade, presumably, so I will just build E9. Yeah, I can build E9 now. I think. Who knows? We're sad. How important is it to take water 1? That's... would we consider taking water 1 instead of air 2 here? Because there's another temple round next round, and I guess I probably have to think that Atlanteans' economy is too crappy to really go for water 1, right? Atlanteans might like sanctuary for air 2 here. It's not the end of the world if they do that. They would have to do priest to worker, but realistically, I think that they would probably rather advance ship and build 3 dwellings, right? They just took the coins, D2, E4, H2. Anyway, yeah, this kind of sucks. Like, this... it's not really where we want it to be. So in that case, fine. Let's just build this hex. Djinni don't really want a spade, do they? They would rather hard dig E2, I think, rather than single dig it. I would imagine this is Earth 1 for cultists. It might slow down djinni a little bit if they don't get Earth 1. I assume that they're going to sanctuary and dig down a dwelling this round. God, this is so slow. So slow. He's considering taking air 2 as well, I guess. It's Earth 1, okay. Okay, do djinni take the single spade? They take the leech first. I guess we should probably buy this priest either way, huh? I don't think djinni are going to take the priest from us, but let's grab this priest first. I have to admit, like, despite not taking Fire 1 in round 1, Ice Bar is putting together quite a nice game here. Priests for this faction feel like the #1 priority. You're probably right. One sec, it's getting dark in here. I'm going to turn on a light. Alright, so this hung out for us. I think that we want to just secure this hex for now. Djinni don't have any shipping. E8 will eventually want, but let's just lock this guy down. Alright, cultists are passing. They're probably going to take the dwelling VP tile and just maybe hard dig G5, build H7 next round. Maybe they single dig. They might single dig. That would make sense. Actually, maybe advancing ship next round is better for them. Ooh, are djinni doing what I said? Are they building the stronghold? Man, I am just so jealous that djinni are doing this. I'm just so jealous. Are cultists getting any more leech besides this that I give them? Is it okay to give them another double dig? Because I'm not going to be double digging, am I? There it is. God, this is so much fun. Atlanteans could pass and take that, actually. We're also not getting into the pass tiles. It shouldn't be good. He has way too little coins. Who has way too little coins? I don't know if you're talking about djinni, but I mean, djinni are very happy with where their economy is at, right? Okay, this is a break. We do get the big building tile. I think that that's a pretty good break for us. I wonder if we should send this priest to earth or water here, just to get on the board a little bit there as well. The priest, like, that will pay us back in coins. And also, like, the power boost that we get should give us a hand in terms of getting double dig, especially if cultists, like, come down and build G5. I guess djinni might double dig instead. They might triple dig. Oh, we wouldn't beat Atlanteans to double dig, would we? Atlanteans don't want to double dig. They want coins. The water cult is, like, a little more, useful for us. Because it could pay back a priest, and priests are always good for us. Okay, let's just do this. This round, we might literally just build a temple and pass. Save literally all the dwellings for later. I'm pretty surprised Atlanteans didn't pass onto the ship VP tile, but maybe they think that they can just get onto that later, and they might be right. Cultists go priest to earth. They want the double dig. Djinni should take the coins here. Atlanteans probably want double dig. Or Atlanteans might just go for a water one. Isn't 2 temples good? I can't build 2 temples. I don't even have the dwellings to build 2 temples right now. Hard dig. I should hard dig? Maybe I should. Wow, Atlanteans are going for another temple. I don't know that I approve of that. And djinni are declining leech because they just have enough stuff already. Alright, cultists are missing water 1. We're going to get water 1. Cultists will give us a step, hopefully, if they double dig here. Which I don't really see any reason why they shouldn't. They buy a priest. Super cult heavy game, you just realized? Yeah, it is. It's not clear who's going to be the greatest beneficiary of that at the moment. Okay, so Atlanteans are going to get on this shit VP tile. Like, they're going to have a very low econ game, but just 1 town and the 20 points might be enough for them if they have Earth 1 and Water 1, like it looks like they're going to do right now. They'll just pass on to this, take another coins action, I guess, and then 1, 2, just build 2 dwellings. Maybe they try to get, they're not going to get to B3, so... All right, it's time for us to pass. We're gonna open the round with a double dig. I think maybe we pass for this priest. But honestly, like so the priest is 2 workers and 3 coins. This thing is 3 coins, 3 power. I guess 2 workers always beats 3 power, right? But just sitting on that pass tile might not be the worst thing to do. It takes away some options from our opponents. Takes away some of the ways that they make points. Even if we're just planning on double digging, right? We can build F4, D7, C5, and then right away that gives us a town. We take the ship town. That's not so bad, right? Yeah, let's start scoring a few points. The priest is just not nearly as good for anyone else either, so. We're going to decline this. We should probably do a little bit of town planning here. Where do we want all our towns to go? So I think that we're trying to build a town. Obviously, we're going to finish up a town over here in the east next round. And then I think we want a town in the center. So then that leaves 2 more towns to build. Cultists are going to try to do something through the top. So I think that a natural town spot is down here in the south. Like just build 4 hexes. Cultists don't really have much incentive to try to dig away any of these hexes. And then I just try to ship to the west or like wherever for my last one. That one's not as obvious. At some point, Atlanteans, like, economic decisions are going to catch up to them, right? Like, but if they just manage to get this pass right now, it's pretty crazy. Do djinni just pass? If they pass, they probably get a coins action. Double advance ship, get to E8. Should I just be taking a coins action, advancing my digging? Actually, the truth is I should probably just be doing exactly that, right? I should just be advancing my digging next round instead of worrying about double dig. So I'll open to the coins action, then take the priest, and then advance my digging and off to the races. I think I like that idea. So I'm thinking about it, and I really want my digs to go on places where I have neighbors, or I just want to build my stuff where I have neighbors, right? Like the town down here will be able to have neighbors. Like I need to put my TP somewhere. God, are djinni going to take away F4 from me though? Because if they do, that starts to become a problem for us, and they have a lot of incentive too. Well, who knows? We have to find out. Oh man, this is slow. It occurs to me that I do need to get G3 to get down here. Atlanteans could do something weird and try to take this from us, but they are going to get, like, they're guaranteed to get to H4, for example. And I do kind of need E8 in order to get down here, but then djinni should beat us down there. We're definitely in trouble if we can't find a fourth town. Hopefully we'll be able to figure out a way to figure it out. I would be pretty concerned about locking down E2, but maybe it's not a huge deal. Okay, it's just a ship advance, which makes sense. You don't think that blue can get the plus 20 from the stronghold? I'm a little worried about them being able to do that as well, but we'll see. djinni should just advance their ship again. Am I right that djinni are crushing this game? Or do cultists maybe have it? I really don't know. Okay, there it is. Lock up E2. So maybe we do get E8. And if we get E8, then we're good, because we know that we can ship down here for this town then. And then we could just put our other town up here with some bullshit. Hopefully there's enough stuff left over for that. Atlanteans take a single dig, which we kind of expected. They'll probably just take I2 and I4. Why two ship? I guess they're just going to build natural hexes? Oh, I guess I was thinking that they were going to dig B3, but man, like, cultists could have... Cultists sent a priest a cult last round when I really feel like they could have done a little differently there. All right, I think the plan is we do E8 first and then F4. We take the priest town, we buy a priest, and then we build these two as well. Cultists might target D7. That would be kind of a bummer. That might be one of their best chances of getting another town, but the back-to-back dwelling rounds means that they can really do anything. So I guess there's no double spade out there right now, so we really want to just protect these two. And then come after D7 right away. They might also just go after E8 right now. Like, oh, there's no spades at all right now. So yeah, they're gonna try to hard dig. So that's fairly annoying. I think I might have gone a little too tall, especially without Earth 2. But the Priest Pastile should hopefully be available for us. We would obviously prefer the 2 Workers Pastile from djinni, but I don't really see any realistic chance we're going to get that one. Cultists really want B4 or something? I mean, I guess this is theoretically a town spot. I probably will build there and give them neighbor opportunities, so. Sure, this is somewhat fewer workers, but we want this first. I talked a big game before about wanting a ship town, but I think I actually just want the priest town so I can build D7 as well. And then next round I'll town for a ship town and come up here or something. I don't think that the economy I gained here was horrible, so. djinni are getting ready to pass. I should also be ready to pass. Actually, Atlanteans are definitely ready to pass. They have nothing left to do. They could bridge up to A3, I guess. Are we actually going to win network? I just took for granted that goats would win network, but we've made so few points. Atlanteans have made more points than we have. We've made like 26 points since the game started. If we don't win network, it'll be a real bummer for us. Yeah, that priest pastile looks mighty good right now. Oh man, this is slow. I mean, Atlanteans pass and they get onto this dwellings VP tile. What is the holdup here? I do not understand. I really just don't understand what the holdup is. They pass, get on the dwelling VP tile, and then they double dig, and all is good, right? Or they take a coins action. Either way, like, let's make a move. There it is. Do we want to slow play at all? Because we right now have an opportunity to turn this hex to gray. And then build it. And then cultists will build this. So I would outlast cultists. I don't really know what good that does us, but I also don't really see a reason to play fast. The reason to play fast would be to give my pass tile to cultists, and I don't really see much of a reason to do that either. I don't think cultists will want the priest. I think cultists will want the 6 coins. Even the worker power. Okay, cultists are going to stall. Okay, fine. They are going to get our pass tile. Or the... Yeah, we can't really afford to just throw priests around lightly right now, so fine. Alright, so assuming that Atlanteans open with the coins, then we open with the priest power action, I think. And we just take our longest round that we can. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, I didn't see that coming. Okay, this is something of a break. This isn't as many coins as the priest. It's 4 coins fewer, but it's also 4 points more. So I think that we can live with that. There is a case that I should be friends with cultists to make this town up here in the north. It would be A9, A10, A11, A12. Okay. We need this priest. We also want a long round. Djinni honestly might take the priest. It's not... Okay, they take workers, which is better for us, for sure. They're considering undoing to take the priest. Okay. Good, good. All right. All good. I suspect we're likely to see djinni advance their digging this round. Cultists should just take the double spade. A8, B5 probably. There it is. Atlanteans are finally advancing their digs. But honestly, should they be advancing their shipping instead? I don't know. Who knows? I really think that they probably started screwing up from the moment that they took Earth 1. But who knows? I mean, like, they're still in a pretty decent position. They have more points than we do, and arguably more points coming. So maybe we can just cool it on the arrogance. They're going to get 2 steps on every cult, so they're going to beat us on every cult. Yeah. Doesn't look great from that perspective. All right, do we take this shipping town or just the priest town? I feel like we just take the priest town, right? I mean, is anyone towning before us? Or rather, the shipping town. Okay, let's take the ship down. We might want a fair amount of shipping this game. We need 2 shipping to connect anyway. So we're going to come down to G3, advance our shipping, then build these 2. Atlanteans did advance to 3 ship. What if we start by taking H5? Actually, G3, H5, I9 could be pretty solid, right? I think that we can just do that. Atlanteans will build H4, so this will give us a useful neighbor. And then I can put the stronghold town here, and then just a regular town over here. I think that that's the town planning that we're going to go with. And should I dig this hex away? I don't think I need to. I think I can just accept the leech. Why did they advance their digging this round then? Maybe they just didn't realize what type of round was happening. All right. So djinni's turn. Djinni might want to just hang this bridge onto G1 now, or to I6. Probably G1, I would think. I was briefly eyeing like trying to force a town in through these 4 hexes, but Atlanteans taking I4 put an end to that. So I should probably try to slow play a little bit. Let's figure this out. Djinni are not on a pass tile, on a scoring pass. So, wow, they just take I6 first. That also makes plenty of sense. So Atlanteans have 1, 2, 3 actions left. I think Atlanteans have 3 actions left. If we dig H5, that's 1 action gone right away. But that blows 2 of our priests. We would have... Okay, they take a hex away from... Okay. I think we approve of that. But we need... Now this puts some pressure on H5. So there's no way to slow play this. We just have to do this. They've put enough pressure on us that we actually need to lock up our hex quickly. So now that actually shortens the number of rounds that Atlanteans have left. So we kind of want to outlast cultists next. That's the next one that we're interested in doing. Now might be the time to build the big building. Can we afford the big building? I don't think we can. I think we're 1 worker short unless we get a 2-for-1. If we get a 2-for-1, then we can build a big building. No, but we need to protect I9 as well, because djinni could come over to I8 and then take I9, so we actually need to protect I9. So Atlanteans can go, have 2 actions left. Djinni will pass onto their tile. Cultists have... They can put 2 priests off and then maybe make a TP. They make the TP now. Okay, that's bad, because then Atlanteans get that pass tile and djinni get theirs. So I'm going to be the... Cultists and I will be the 2 people left without pass tiles. I don't think I need this much leech. Well, this lets me build this stronghold early, but that's not that good anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Atlanteans just do this, so they're actually done. I think that they are going to manage... they probably are going to manage the 20 points, right? No? I don't know. It's hard to say right now. I could have taken that leech to build the stronghold, but I decided not to, by the way. Oh, are we in for some good fortune here? Atlanteans pass. Okay, so are djinni going to pass now? Are we going to luck our way into this pass tile? Because djinni have guaranteed themselves a pass tile now, so... Okay, cool. So we're gonna pass on to this pass tile. I think it's better than for us than this pass tile anyway. And I think that I'm gonna just do that when I pass. If I stay in the round, what happens is that cultists pass onto that pass tile, and then djinni might block us. So I think that the move is to pass like this. We were the ones most at risk of getting blocked, and now everyone's going to get a pass tile. So I don't think that this last dwelling even produces anything. So all that we missed out on was 2 points for building the dwelling during the correct round. So I think that we can rest assured that that was the correct move. I'm hopeful that cultists can't manage both these towns. I think that there's a reasonable chance they can only manage one of them, but I am going to give them an absolute ton of leech, so who knows? Like, I don't intend to give them any cheap neighbors up here, so that would probably put a damper on their hopes. I'm hopeful that djinni try to cut off Atlanteans from making, like, because if Atlanteans do join up everything, if they make a town down here and a town over here and manage to get the 20 points, like, they will win this game. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to do that, but we'll see. Cultists, it's not impossible that cultists are better off just building the stronghold and a TP and calling it a game. Because, like, they can try to force this town, but they would need maybe advanced digging or something, or like, it would be temple for fire 2, TP, manage to get this dig somehow, and then put a TP here. Like, that's possible, but the stronghold is 11 points. Like, an 11-point stronghold is nothing to sneeze at. And then maybe they just kick network, or they just take a ship town, or like, whatever. This has been a fairly long stream. My intuition tells me that djinni are crushing this game, but I could be wrong. I do think that they're probably going to deny us the last priest town, so we need to probably do some math, but our actions are going to be TP and then just start going for rush the priest town, basically. And then we need to do some math. All right, do we take this leech? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we also need to build 2 TPs, so that's 15 workers in order to do this. 15 workers, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 coins. We actually have that. Right, so 2 TPs is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We actually have 15 workers. And we have 14 coins. So I think that I'm going to decline this. I'm just going to go for the highest scoring town that I can. I still approve of djinni trying to cut this hex off, but they might actually not have the leftover stuff to do that, so... Oh, they do cut the hex off, okay. And I think that they might take the priest as well. Nope, they take the coins, okay. It's a good break for us. See if Atlanteans take the priest now. By the way, this water one has given us a grand total of 3 points. They did take fire too. Okay. Atlanteans probably just want to take a worker town to get like all the stuff that they can. They do in fact take a worker town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they might be able to manage this. It's pretty close. They also need a bridge. In any case, we got a decent break here, so let's not waste it. Do I want this 2 for 1? I think I said that I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins worth of dwellings. 14 coins total. I have lots of coins. I'm not going to accept that. This probably needs to be a coin town. Alright, so cultists are going to get this town. Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we're going to start with I-10 then. And can we get an 8-pointer? I don't think we can get an 8-pointer. An 8-pointer goes here, an 8-pointer goes here. Well, there's an 11-point town too. So it depends on how fast djinni are to make these 2 towns. They probably need fire 2, so I am expecting a temple for fire 2 coming. Temple fire 2, TP, that's 1 town. And then they need 2 more actions to make their next town. So it's a total of 4 actions for djinni to make their town. They are going to beat us to a town. So we're probably going to get like the 7-pointer, which is fine, but it's not as good. Maybe in that case we just buy this priest for now, because a priest never hurts. Actually, I-10 first, right? We secure I-10. We're really in trouble if cultists cut off I-10, because then we're looking at 1, 2... We also give cultists the neighbor, which they want, which we don't want to do. Okay, djinni think that they need workers. That's probably a good read. Yeah, we need 6 actions to make our 2 towns. djinni need 1, 2, 3, 4 actions to make 2 towns. So cultists only need 2 actions to make their 1 town. So these 3 towns are going to run away. So we might as well just play it slow. After we secure this hex right here,
Okay, now we can take the priest fairly safely. Atlanteans are going to get 2 steps on each cult. And I'm going to get almost 0 cult points. That's pretty tough to come back from. Okay, I kind of thought that this might happen, that cultists might come after here. I do think that just building an expensive TP plus a stronghold was better, but nonetheless, they did what they did. It's not terrible or anything. I continue to feel no rush to do anything. I don't think cultists want all this leech on h6, so I'm going to give h6 next, and that's where I'm going to put my first TP. Clearly legit, yeah. I don't. I have a new streaming service, so I don't actually know how to get rid of those with OBS. But it's glad to. I'm glad to know that people are looking out for me. I'm 4 actions away. 1, 2, 3. Djinni are 3 actions away, and they have tempo on me. So yeah. Okay. Cultists are trying to figure out if they want this leech because I think that they're trying to. They want to connect. It looks like cultists want to connect so that they can beat Atlanteans on network. And that's why they're considering taking this leech. They do wind up declining it, so maybe they'll take a crappier town then. They might buy the priest right now, though, to secure it. And then, if they do that, then they can take a power town. Yeah, shit. I should have bought the priest. Alright, so they're going to get 4 points for advancing ship. 7 points on the pass, so that's 11. Plus 11 points for the town, that's 22. They'll be third on network, 28. Plus 32 here, 60 points. So I'm thinking like 145-ish for cultists. I hope I'm able to beat that. I have 10 more points coming from Water 1, and some points coming from Earth 1 as well. Looks like I'm going to be giving a 2-for-1 to djinni. So Ice Bar is going to get the 2 steps on each cult. He's going to end up with 0, maybe like a handful more Earth 1 points. Sorry, is this happening? Like, are Atlanteans actually getting the 20 points? If they are, then I've underestimated their game, but... They've got 10 power. This will be 11. And then they would need 5 more power. I don't think they can get 5 more power. Okay. They're just going to get the 2 cult steps. So then they're going to end with like 12-ish, maybe 10 cult points. And no other endgame scoring. That can't be enough, right? Even with Earth 1 and Water 1 points. Cultists take the Workers' Town. Okay, cool. So I'm getting an 8-pointer, or the 11-pointer. That makes me quite happy. And they're going to use all their remaining stuff, so I could give them like a little bit of free leech. That's not the end of the world if I do. I could also try to do like an Air 3 temple at the end of the game. Cultists are going to advance ship with their last action, so by taking an 8-pointer and then doing a temple for Air 3, I should be able to beat Cultists on Air. Djinni, all they should need is Temple TP, but they're not doing it yet for some reason. How many points are we looking at? So let's say we get 13 points from here. We get 4 points on the cults. And then win network. I feel optimistic, but who knows? I'm just going to give my leech to cultists because it's pretty safe to give them leech right now. They're out of stuff to do, so I might wind up giving them a victory point with all this. Oh wait, am I in danger of not winning network? Is there any danger of me not winning network? I think that there is. Okay, so let's count that we also need I-12, right? Oh, we also need a ship advance. Oh wait, no, we don't. We just need D6. We just need D6. All right, I think I'm just going to take this leech without thinking too hard about it. Or do I need to think hard about it? Okay. We need dwelling, TP dwelling. That's a lot more stuff than we realized. I'm just going to accept this leech. No, because I don't know if I'm getting the power town, the 11-pointer or the 8-pointer. The 11-pointer means that I need to make some sacrifices. Okay, so shit. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 workers, and then I need, so that's 5 workers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I would need 6, 7 8, 9, 10. I need 10 workers. I absolutely do not have 10 workers. Yeah, I thought that I was getting 18 network points. All right, I'm going to take this leech just as a precaution. Because I completely forgot how much I actually needed. Five power to a priest is a pretty good conversion rate. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm taking this leech, right? I can turn it into priests. But I completely forgot that I'm not connected, so... we will need to figure that part out. I think my preferred town is the 8-pointer here, but I mean, my preferred town is probably the 8-pointer no matter what now, because it comes with 6 power for me. But I think that that's also a good reason for djinni to deny it from me, even though it only gains them 2 points. Yeah, that would be crazy not to take the 8-pointer, I think. Atlanteans are going to get some network points. Didn't necessarily see that coming. They're going to go ahead and beat tie cultists on network. Maybe even beat cultists on network. It's 7 power from the 8-pointer? Yeah, you're right. It's 7 power. I think the 7th power from the 8-pointer should be all that I would need. And in fact, I might not even need to take that leech, but... I just realized I can also take C4, so it's not like I need to worry about this hex going away. Alright, yeah, this is definitely the 8-pointer, because now djinni can put a step on Earth. Fuck. Oh, whoa. They took the 11... They took a... Was that a power town? Oh, they're not connected. Okay, so djinni advanced their shipping. Okay, so I do want this 8-pointer, I think. Actually, let's do the math. Let's do the math. Well, you know what? I don't need to do the math yet. I can just, I can build a TP first, right? Oh, shit. Do I want this leech? Okay, we do need to do the math. All right. Let's say that Atlanteans dedicate their lives to making our lives miserable and just mess with these 2 hexes. They like transform, they like build this hex or something and then transform this one to something unusable for us. They have like no incentive to do that, right? They want to build their own stuff. I'm going to decline. Yeah, I'm going to decline. I think I should be able to go TP dwelling, TP dwelling. Oh, I can just connect right now, can't I? Yeah, okay, I am connected. So I can do 5 power to worker right now and just take d6. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to 5 power to work, 5 power priest, take d6, then build h8. Because we have 2 dwellings on our board. Okay, we're fine. Whoops. They're probably just going to take... Oh, yeah, they need to build a TP. They put it up there instead. Okay, fine. Okay, Atlanteans will get second on network, so that's even a little better. There we go. And it should just be the 11 pointer, right? We made a mistake by taking that leech, so that could actually wind up costing us. Wow, djinni are only tied for third on network. So they're going to be what? 139, 147, 149. $149, 152. Can we win this? Okay, does the 8-pointer get us anything? Like, are we able to make a temple if we do the 8-pointer? We're doing this. Oops. So if we can temple, then we can temple for air 3. 7 power. I think that we can temple. And if we can temple, then that probably makes it worth it. If we just take the 11 pointer, it's 11 plus... Oh, it's 12 points, right? If we take the 11 pointer. And we take the 8 pointer plus make a temple, that's 12 points. Okay, but I can temple Earth 3. I think I have cultists beat no matter what, but I can temple for Earth 3, and that should take away a few points from our opponents. So that, I think that's the play. Yeah, we can temple Earth 3 here. All right, was that enough? Djinni coming in so poorly on network might mean that this is enough for us. 146, 147, 150. I think we have 152 plus 4. We have 160. Does anyone have 160? I don't think Cultists said that. Okay, I think it required a stupid amount of luck, but we finally managed to get back in the win column. We've taken a lot of 4th places recently, so feels good to get a little lucky. This faction really is pretty busted, though. Like, this is just It's pretty insane what goats are capable of doing. We remember that we bid them down to 13 this auction, and like I feel like this was still a pretty bad break that we got. So we got some good, like on average this is probably a bit above average, but maybe not that far above average. So yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, this was a pretty slow game. This was also not fast. Atlanteans I thought were playing slowly, but I guess I was wrong. Just the perception. We took 4 priest actions, and we kind of wanted a priest in the final round. We took some leech, maybe that we didn't have to. You hate goats? Short. Well, I like. They're kind of fun to play because it's like, oh man, I can do so much stuff, but they're also just kind of like. It's weird, right? Like they don't really play Terra Mystica like most factions do. They just build up and up and up, and like eventually all that building up, as long as they don't lose like every hex available to them, they can just squeeze out whatever they want. It's kind of like it goes against a lot of like the fundamentals of building Terra Mystica economy. So I can definitely understand that, and it's very annoying playing against them because it's like it's just like with Enlightened or like treasurers, like they're very like the resources that they have are very opaque, right? Like I was declining leech in the final round because it's like, oh, you know what, it just doesn't really matter. I just have infinite resources, and like that's just kind of silly, right? All they do is get priests and do whatever they want. Yeah, I mean, like technically I didn't do whatever I wanted, right? Like for example, I didn't get any shipping during the shipping round, and like I couldn't get like my yeah, like I didn't get shipping during the shipping round. So hey, like that's, and I couldn't delay my towns, right? Like that's the other like incredibly like naive sounding thing, but kind of true, that like they can't delay their towns. But I agree, like those are not, it's just kind of, it's kind of dumb because you made it so that building your dwellings is so hard, but then you gave them compensation, which basically makes it so like, okay, so you don't really care about natural grays anymore, right? You just want to advance your digging and maximize your priests. So I'm with you. Like it's not a great faction design, but I also don't think that they're the most busted fan faction. They might be the most overpowered, arguably. I think a lot of people might say that they're the most overpowered fan faction. However, I think that their design is fundamentally at least still better than like Enlightened or Treasurers. Yeah, we mostly just got points from favors this game. Like nothing particularly impressive about that. Earth 1, Water 1, and we didn't take Air 1. We had a pretty decent game on the track with 2 late towns and a bunch of dwellings during the dwelling rounds. We got a stupid amount of towns. Yeah, we got 2 priests, an 8-pointer, and the ship town. Yeah, not a ton to say about this one. Like this is, it's just I guess this is just what goats do. I actually haven't had a win like this with goats, so I mean, just because they're kind of a tedious faction, hey, still feels good to get a win sometimes. So thanks for watching, thanks for chatting. We'll see you next time.